Hi guys, welcome to series of online lectures. Today we are going to discuss about similarities and differences between chemical machining and electrochemical machining. Before going to differences, I am going to highlight the working principle of both the processes. So as we know that our non-traditional machining processes employ different forms of energy in their direct form. For what purpose? To remove the material from the workpiece. And such energy forms include mechanical energy, and in that again AJM, AWJM, WJM, USM are the processes. Then chemical energy based processes, chemical machining, electrochemical energy based, that is electrochemical machining. Then we have the thermal energy based process also, EDM, LBM, EBM, plasma arc machining, etc. Here the mechanism of material removal also varies accordingly. Okay, so if you talk about the chemical machining, as the name suggests, chemical machining employs an appropriate chemical solution to etch away material from the this workpiece, and that chemical it is known as, or that chemical solution it is known as the etchant. Okay, and that etchant is highly corrosive. So here no separate cutting tool, shaped tool or similar device is used. Okay, so the etchant itself react with the work material, and thus the latter one gets dissolved into the etchant solution, and thus it is mandatory to select the etchant composition based on the our work material, and this process is independent of mechanical, electrical and thermal properties of the work material. However, it relies on its chemical reactivity. So this is summary about the chemical machining. Now let us talk about the electrochemical machining. In electrochemical machining, material is removed by ionic dissolution, but under the assistance of electrochemical reaction. No corrosive agent is used for this process. Instead, a suitable electrolyte is used or employed in this process. And this electrochemical machining requires a shaped tool which is made up of the electrical conductive material. This is tool, okay, which is made up of the electrically conductive material, and that is placed close to the our work piece or work surface, and there a small gap is maintained, that is the inter electrode gap. And here both the electrode, that is the tool, and workpiece are connected with two polarities of a DC power source, and are immersed in a or are immersed in this partially into the electrolyte solution. Under the presence of sufficient potential difference, electrochemical reaction initiates, which follows the law of principle of Faraday's. Okay, and here tool material and electrolyte are chosen in such a way that that material from work surface only gets dissolved into the electrolyte, that is the tool and electrolyte remain intact. And the ECM process, or in that ECM, tool must have profile based on the intended profile, because inverse shape of the tool is imparted on the workpiece. Okay, moreover this ECM can be applied for electrical conductive materials only. Okay, so this is about the summary of ECM. There are various similarities and differences between these two processes, that is similarities between chemical and electrochemical machining. So now we'll discuss about the similarities in both the processes, that is both the chemical and electrochemical machining are considered as a advanced manufacturing or advanced machining processes. However, none of them is hybrid process. Okay, then none of these process causes burr or thermal damages to the our work surface. Again, both the processes are quite unlike AJM, plasma arc machining that generates the excessive noise. Then both the processes are independent of mechanical properties of the work material. Thus, the ductility, hardness and strength does not possess any limitation on the application of these two processes, chemical machining and electrochemical machining. Again, both processes offer similar levels of the surface finish. So you can achieve surface finish by using these processes, that is 0.1 to 2 micron. Okay, that much surface finish you can achieve. So this is about similarities. Let us talk about the differences between this chemical machining and electrochemical machining. Here I have made the two column. In first column I'm going to mention the points about the chemical machining. In second column, points about the electrochemical machining. Now first point about the chemical machining is the material is removed in ionic form due to the controlled dissolution by chemical agent, and here agent slowly dissolves metal to realize the machining. If we talk about the electrochemical machining, metal is removed in ionic form, but due to controlled electrochemical dissolution of work material, metal is going to removed. Then chemical machining is independent of electrical conductive of workpiece metal, so it can be applied for conductive as well as non-conductive material. But electrochemical machining, here workpiece must be electrically conductive, so it is used as that workpiece is going to use as a anode for the or of the electrolyte cell. In case of chemical machining, no additional electrode is necessary as the chemical reaction takes place between the etchant and workpiece. In case of electrochemical machining, electrode having curvature according to intended shape is absolutely required for what purpose? To complete the electrical circuit. In case of chemical machining, we do not require any type of or any power supply, okay, because here no relation of the chemical of the electrical energy. But in case of electrochemical machining, we require one DC power supply to maintain the desired potential difference between the cathode and anode, that is tool and workpiece. Then for chemical machining, suitable etchant based on the workpiece is employed, and different etchants can be used like FeCl3, CuCl3, FeNO3, HNO3 and HF also. But in case of electrochemical machining, instead of etchant, appropriate electrolyte is applied, and typically electrolyte include NaCl and NaNO3. In case of chemical machining, the rate of chemical dissolution is very hard to control. Once the process is initiated, then the rate cannot be controlled accurately anymore. But in case of the electrochemical machining, the rate of electrochemical dissolution can be controlled during the machining simply by adjusting the inter-electrode gap and current. Chemical machining cannot be inherently control the area from where metal should be dissolved. Metal is removed where the workpiece is exposed to etchant. This is the drawback of this chemical machining process. And the in case of chemical machining, mask can be separately applied to control the exposure. Electrochemical machining is a process can inherently control the area from where metal should be removed, or you can say dissolution occurs only from the area where tool is in close proximity. In case of chemical machining, chemical etchants are highly corrosive, and thus the process possesses a risk to the operator. In case of electrochemical machining, we are not using etchant, such corrosive etchant, so thus process is somewhat risk free towards the operator. Okay, this is about the differences. Here I have mentioned some references from where I have taken this data. Please follow us and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you.
Hopefully you might have enjoyed the lecture. Then please do like the video and know your thoughts in comments. Please do share this video among your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. After subscription, you can press the bell icon to never miss the notification regarding our new videos. Thank you so much.